What's good, YouTube? It's Justice. I used to be Pay, and today I'm back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about why I still hate J. Cole's apology, but like, I get it, right? Like, I kind of get it. But before I get into that, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do all those things. It helps me out a ton. And we're really, really close to 25,000 subscribers. So make sure you go and subscribe and help me get there. Ever since that day that J. Cole went on stage in front of his own crowd at his own festival, in front of the entire world, virtually, of course, online, and apologized to Kendrick Lamar, he's been the butt of the joke in rap. Everyone has been clowning him for apologizing. He dropped his own diss track and apologized before Kendrick could even respond to his diss track. It was just really, really bad. He's been the butt of the joke. Everyone's making fun of him. They're calling him J-Fold. Like, it's really bad.
If you say Cole, you can't say up and Cole in the same sentence.
Oh,
like,
God.
And I know me making this video, you're already thinking in your head, oh my God, he's just caping for J. Cole. Like, he's a Cole fan just trying to save him. I am a Cole fan, and maybe this is me caping for him a little bit, but I'm not saying that I agree with the apology. I still think it was a horrible thing to do. I don't agree whatsoever, but I'm saying you see how the pieces are falling together right now as of the recording of this video. I'm recording this right after Kendrick Lamar just dropped 616 in LA, so Drake hasn't responded to it yet, but you see what's going on here and why it kind of makes sense. Like, again, the apology was a weird way to go about it, in my opinion, but you can kind of see what's going on here. So maybe I am just caping for J. Cole, but I think what I'm saying in this video is going to make a lot of sense. Now, J. Cole, I would have never told him to do that. I hate the decision still to this day. If I could go back in time, I would tell him, don't do this. And I wish I would have got to see him participate in this rap competition because he can compete with the other two. I don't care what you're saying. I don't care what anyone says. He can compete with the other two. So I hate the fact that he didn't at least try to follow through with the competitive side of this. But this beef is just clearly going to a place that's nasty, right? This is going to get nasty really, really soon. And I think it's going to get nasty when Drake responds to Kendrick. It's already kind of nasty, but like, I think Drake is really going to take it there. This beef is just very clearly a lot deeper than like, oh, this is friendly competition. Like, this is personal. This is very clearly personal. This is deeper than just trying to find out who the best MC is between me and my coworker. No, they're going at it, okay? This is real. This is deeper than just them trying to outbar each other, okay? Drake mentioned Kendrick's wife's name. Kendrick is talking about Drake and his relationship with his son or lack thereof. He's also talking about Drake and his insecurity and his blackness and how he's not a part of the culture and just a whole bunch of different stuff that's clearly going to get very personal. And even both Drake and Kendrick are threatening to release information, right? Like there's an exposure that's on the horizon. I don't know if it's for Kendrick. I don't know if it's for Drake, but we can clearly see an exposure is on the horizon because they both keep saying, hey, I know a lot more than this, so if you want to take it there, let's take it there. This ain't even half of what I know. Don't wake the demon up. You don't want to make it personal or whatever Kendrick said at the end of Euphoria. Like, they are both very clearly taking it to a place that is outside of rap, and that's not J. Cole's fight. I'm sorry. It's just not J. Cole's fight. He's not that type of dude. He's never been that type of dude, and he's never going to be that type of dude. He's not going to get into this personal rap beef where they're airing each other's secrets. He's not that type of guy. Now, Kendrick did say, F the big three, it's just big me. So he should have responded. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have responded to that, but this is just clearly something that he was never really meant for. In Euphoria, Kendrick said that this ain't about critics, this ain't about gimmicks, this ain't about finding out who the greatest is. This is about love and hate, and I'm here to say I'm the biggest hater. He talked about how he hates Drake, the way he walks, the way he talks. He hates everything about Drake, okay?
What about Drake? You like Drake?
No.
My man.
He didn't even say a little bit. He didn't even say halfway.
That's my guy right there.
No.
That's why X is necessary in the game right there.
Man. Now, why don't you like Drake?
I don't like anything about Drake.
My
I don't like his voice. I don't like what he talks about. I don't.
See, I be trying to tell these people.
I don't like the way he walks. Like nothing. I don't like his haircut. I might just let me shut up.
He doesn't like the man. This is much further than just, I'm better than you. Oh, no, you're not. I'm better than you. Oh, well, let me show you. Like, no, this is something deeper. Now, again, I'm not trying to say that Cole should have not interacted in this rap competition. Look, he can do the rap competitive thing. They can go bar for bar, but this is just deeper than that, okay? It is. And J. Cole, I mean, it's very clear now that this is going to get very nasty. And J. Cole saw that from the beginning, and you know what? He checked out. Now, he checked out in the worst way possible, the absolute worst way possible. But again, this is just not his type of rap skirmish, rap beef. He's not that type of guy, okay? Drake is about to get super personal. Kendrick is about to get super personal. J. Cole doesn't do that. Like, the last rap beef that J. Cole was in was like Diggy Simmons like 12 years ago, bruh. Okay, he just doesn't do that. He beefed with like what, Lil Pump, and then ended up having a sit-down interview with the dude for 50 minutes. He took some shots at Ye, but even in the song, he wasn't really going that hard. Like, he was talking about flaws in his character and stuff, but he didn't even take it that far. It wasn't that deep. He's just not that type of guy. So I'm not mad that he dropped out of this like blood feud thing that's probably going to continue to break out between Kendrick and Drake. I'm just mad at the way he did it, right? Like, this is still a rap competition at the end of the day. And he could have chose a better way than like a public humiliation ritual in front of thousands of fans and in front of everyone online. It was just a really weird way to do it. Like, if he would have got on stage and been like, you know what, Kendrick, I really don't want to make this a personal thing. Like, I'm sorry for that. We can rap though. Like, it's always up with me when it comes to my pen, but I'm not really into that whole like mudslinging competition thing. Let's not do that. Let's just keep it rap. That would have been perfect. That would have been perfect if he would have just said, you know what? I'm not really feeling the personal attacks. You still my friend. You my brother. You like a brother to me. I don't want to do that. Let's just rap and see who's the best. That's cool. Or if he would have got up there and said, look, again, I see where this is going. I don't like the way it's heading. I don't like the direction. Can we all just maybe get on one track and let the fans decide who has the best verse? How about the big three gets on a track and we write our best bars and have the fans decide? Or maybe just me and you, Kendrick, we can just do something like that. I just don't want this to turn personal. He could have did that. Literally anything but that whole apologizing for your face being in front of the fist thing. Like, that was weird. And what I mean is like apologizing for his face being in front of the punch, if you couldn't get it. But like, I just didn't like that. It just came off really, really strange, right? And then the whole thing with deleting the track too, that just makes it even worse. Like, the track wasn't even that bad. Like, if we're looking at the song 7 Minute Drill, it was not a bad song whatsoever. It was cool. It wasn't crazy. He didn't go stupid on Kendrick, but like, it was cool, right? It was a little warning shot back to Kendrick. But the part where, you know, everyone was like, nah, this ain't it, was where he lied about Kendrick's discography. But if you take that part out of the song, it's solid. It's decent. It's not bad. So in terms of like the rap competition thing, I think he could have done fine. But this whole personal thing that's going on, he just was never built for that. He just wasn't, okay? And I know it looks crazy because Cole has been running around for the last 4 years telling anyone who could listen that he can't wait for somebody to test him and he's going to lyrically destroy him. So when this whole thing pops up, it makes him look really, really strange. It makes him look a little hypocritical, but it's just like, this was never his thing, right? This personal thing was never his thing. I get it, but the handling of the situation was just very strange. Like, J. Cole is not an idiot, okay? So he knew going into it that he didn't really feel like doing this whole personal disses thing and getting into it, and he didn't really want this. He wanted peace, right? So why even drop the diss track, right? If you were going to delete it because you felt bad about it, it's like, why do it? Now, I get it. We all do things that we regret eventually. You know, nobody's beyond a mistake, but it's just like, it felt more like let me pack my bags and get out of here before they really start fighting. Like, it felt kind of shaky, right? It felt kind of shaky. That's the vibe that everyone got from it. So honestly, out of all options, I would have rather him just like not responded to it. If anything, if he was going to eventually pull back his response and delete it off of all the streaming services, I would have rather him just not said anything. But when we hear you go on this crazy feature run over the last couple years, and literally almost every single time you're on a feature, you tell us you're the best MC and nobody can touch you and nobody even wants to test you. And then the second someone tests you, you apologize for responding to them. You apologize for your face hurting their hand when they slapped you. It just looks crazy, bro. It looks crazy as hell. It's like, you know, those dudes that be playing crazy. Oh, I slap anybody in this room. I slap anybody. Come on, somebody, please. I slap anybody. And then somebody says, oh, well, what's up then? And they go, never mind. I gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a horrible look for J. Cole. So just to finish off really everything that I'm saying, I wish he would have handled this differently. In terms of a pure lyrical rap competition, this could have been great for J. Cole because it could have proved that, yeah, he belongs in the big three and he might be better than the other two. I'm not saying that, but like, the conversation when it comes to J. Cole has always been, how is he in the big three? Or he's easily the weakest link. Like, I don't care who you put one in the big three is, but he's three, right? That was always the conversation. I don't care who is one in the big three, but Cole is three. And this was his moment to prove those people wrong. This was his moment to grasp the throne of the big three because we're coming to an end of an era, right? We're coming to the end of the big three. These guys are 40. Not like the end of their lives or their careers or anything, but like the end of their like top dog eras. At least I hope. Not saying because I don't like these dudes, but just like, damn, these dudes are 40. Let's get them out of here. They're coming to the end. And this was the moment at the very end of the race that's been going on between the three of them to grab it and be like, told y'all I was the best this whole time. Y'all didn't believe me. And that would have really meant something. That really would have changed the dynamic of how the big three was looked at. Even if you didn't technically win or most fans didn't say you won, it would have changed the dynamic if J. Cole would have had a really strong showing. But instead, he went for the complete opposite route, which was respond and then apologize for your response. Honestly, he would be looked at better if he didn't respond. But instead, he responded, then apologized for his response. So now he's like the butt of the joke for real. You know, he talked about being the middle child of the big three. Now he's not even the middle child. He's literally like Cinderella, except Cinderella doesn't turn into Cinderella at the very end of the story. Cinderella just stays forever being the stepsister, washing the dishes and being mistreated by the stepmom and the stepsisters. She never goes out and marries the prince or whatever, however hell the story goes. He just is Cinderella without the actual good ending to the story now. That's how he's going to be looked at after this whole big three debacle. And I just really hate it. So I just wanted to say, look, I get it, man. You don't want to do the personal thing. I understand it. That's not J. Cole. That's never been J. Cole. But man, he could have handled this a lot better. But whatever Drake is about to say is going to be crazy. I know it's going to be crazy. I know he's going to try and say some wild stuff about Kendrick. And we're just going to see that this beef is going to continue to get bloodier and bloodier, to use a really vivid picture to paint. It's going to get worse and worse in terms of the personal attacks and how this ends. So J. Cole, the apology makes sense to me. I get it. I understand it. It's a logical move. We all kind of, I guess, see that now, because in the very beginning, everyone was like, yo, this is just rap. Why is he apologizing? It's just rap. But as things have gone along, it's clearly going further than that. So as much as I hate the apology and as much as it was still a bad move, I understand where you are coming from. But maybe you disagree. Maybe you don't agree. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe you do agree. I don't know. If you made it this far, I greatly appreciate you. Please make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do all those things. It helps me out a ton. We're almost at 25K. But if you made it this far, I greatly appreciate you. Have a good day. Be safe. Be blessed. Peace.